my name's Mara and welcome to my channel for another weekly reading vlog. So it is currently Friday and it's not Monday like I should normally start a reading vlog on, but I thought better late than never because I am currently halfway through one of my books and 25% through the other one, and so I thought, like I said, better late than never to go ahead and update y'all now before I get too into the book and then I can't update y'all anymore. So I am reading on my Kindle Echoes of You by Catherine Cowles. I got this 2 days ago, and when I went to borrow it and it took me to Amazon, it said Whispers of You, Kindle Unlimited, and I was like, what? These are on Kindle Unlimited now? So I went and looked, and all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, and then I went to look on her Instagram, and she just announced that day that all of her books were going to be on Kindle Unlimited, so there's some information for you if you want to go read her books. They are available on Kindle Unlimited. Anyway, so I'm currently reading Echoes of You, and I am 25% in, and I'm really enjoying it. This book is about Nash, our hero, who grew up in this small town. They both did, actually, the hero and the heroine, and Nash stayed in this hometown. He grew up here. He now works as a police officer. He's like a police officer, and then he volunteers at a rescue unit, I think, that all of his family volunteers at. And the heroine, Maddie, comes back to town. She, like I said, grew up here as well, but she moved away because she went to go live with her boyfriend. That relationship did not work out. He is not a good guy at all, and she also grew up around abuse as well. Her family was very abusive, and she lived in a couple of foster homes, or at least one. And so now that she is back, Nash has taken on that role of protecting her and being there to make sure that she is safe. And I feel like they've been best friends. They grew up together. Like I said, they've been best friends since kindergarten. They've always stuck up for each other, and now that they don't want to ruin that relationship, but they also both do feel romantically about the other person. And I will say that since this is book 2 in the series, I highly, highly, highly recommend that if you are at all interested in book 1, that you read book 1 before you read this one, because this book will spoil book 1 for you. So highly recommend you read that book first if you are interested. And this one, like I said, does have trigger warnings for abuse, which you learn pretty early, so I don't think that's a spoiler. And I'm only 25% through, so yeah. I'm really enjoying it. I think Nash is super sweet but also protective. The "who did this to you" trope has appeared, so we love that. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. And then the audiobook I am currently listening to is the Happily Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. This is the second book I'm reading by her. I read Part of Your World. I first read Part of Your World, and now I'm reading the Happily Ever After playlist. And this one is about Sloane, the heroine, who has been kind of in a slump after I think it's her husband died. I'm not going to say how he died, but you do, like I said, learn that pretty early on, so I don't think it's a spoiler. But so she is dealing with grief. It's been a couple of years, but she still hasn't moved on from that, understandably. And she meets the hero's dog. He is running around the street. I think it's Tucker. The dog Tucker is running around the street, and she stops to help and save the dog, and the dog proceeds to jump onto her car, into the sunroof of her car, and into the car, and she gets a ticket because she stopped in the middle of the road. And she decides to call Tucker's owner, the hero, but he does not pick up because he's backpacking in Australia, or New Zealand. I think it's Australia though. And then when he finally gets service again, he calls back, and she's like, "You're not getting your dog back. I tried to call you, you didn't answer, so he's mine now." But the hero is like, "No, please give me my dog back. Like, that's my dog. I do love him, despite what you might think." And so then they proceed to text each other about Tucker and just to learn more about each other. And then they meet, and yeah, that's pretty much the premise of the book. I don't want to say too much because I am 50% into this one, and I'm really loving it. Like, I'm loving it as much as I was loving Part of Your World. And I think the dynamic, or I think that the love that they both share for Tucker is a lot better, and not better than the one that was in Part of Your World, but I feel like, I don't know, there was just something about how he kept calling Hunter a stupid dog in Part of Your World that really bothered me, and so far that hasn't happened in this book. So yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, it does deal with grief, so that is a very heavy thing. I feel like Abby Jimenez does these serious topics well, which is messed up to say, but I do feel like her ex was a real person. Like, I feel like all of the book characters are real people, but like that this loss is really extreme and that it is hard to move on. Like, I almost cried, not gonna lie. And yeah, I think it's really good. I'm loving it a lot. And yeah, I don't really have much to say. That wouldn't be a spoiler. So yeah, I will not update y'all on Saturday or Sunday, probably, maybe Monday. Hopefully I'll finish both of them by then, but we shall see. I just wanted to come on here and update y'all because I haven't done it in a while. So yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Hello, it is now Tuesday, and I finished the Happily Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez, and I really enjoyed it. I'm conflicted because I enjoyed some things better in this book than in Part of Your World, but I think I enjoyed the relationship in Part of Your World more than this one. I'm gonna try not to compare them though, but at the same time I am. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars because I just don't think it's better than Part of Your World in certain parts. And I think that the drama in Part of Your World was more my style. Anyway, so this book, I don't remember if I explained it to y'all, but it is about Sloane, who recently lost her fiance, husband, boyfriend, I still don't remember. I think I said that earlier though, and she meets Jason, and so this book deals a lot with grief, and I didn't cry. I wanted to cry when she kept talking about her, I don't know what to call him, but when she was talking about her ex, I'm just gonna call him her ex because I don't know what the correct word would be, but when she would talk about her ex, I did want to cry, but I didn't cry until the author's note, and that really got me. Like, that, yep, that was it. And chapter 45 and the epilogue I really loved, but overall the drama at the end, cannot. There was so much drama for no reason, and he was talking about how he wanted to raise a kid, and she was like, no, I'm not going to raise a kid on tour. That's so messed up for that kid. And I agree, and she was also saying how she wouldn't take a puppy on tour, and I'm like, 100% agree. I feel bad if I don't take my dogs on walks, so I can't imagine how I would feel if I kept them in a tour bus for 24 hours. I would feel awful, and it made me sad that Tucker was on the tour with them. Anyway, but like I said, there were parts I really loved. Like, I did love their relationship, and yeah, I like Jason. I think that she writes really great heroes, but overall the drama, just not my style, I guess. So yeah, and then I don't really know, that's just how I feel. And also, I was writing down like what happened and the tropes for my like review sheet, or not my review sheet, but just like my personal sheet for what happened in the books, and I realized that not many tropes happened, like not super like obvious tropes, I guess you would say. Like, some tropes that I like animals in romances, I don't think that's a trope though, but I think it might be that was in there. But like, besides that, there wasn't like a grumpy sunshine, there wasn't only one bed, there wasn't a lot of tropes that you see in a lot of other books. Like, there wasn't fake dating, which wouldn't make sense, but like, when thinking about it, I'm like, there weren't many tropes. The only thing that I can think of is that like they were texting before they met, and so they became more friends before they were lovers, but also that texting, like maybe epistolary, but I don't think so. So yeah, I'm not saying that a book has to have a lot of tropes, but like, when you think back on it, you have to be like, what stood out, and like if any tropes stood out, and to me none really do. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars, and I just want to be, I don't want to be harsher with my reviews, but I just want to be like, if it's not a gut, like if it's not a reaction of this is the best book ever, then it's not a 5-star. So yeah, that's my review for that. I'm gonna try to keep them short because my vlogs have been long recently. And now I'm reading Echoes of You, and I'm still not done with this book, y'all. My fault though, like I haven't put the time into reading it as I should, but I'm honestly just annoyed at this point. Not because of the book or the author, just because I am annoying myself and it's kind of affecting my mood. But I'm not going to be done with reading her books because I still do generally enjoy them, and I really like Nash and her Maddie. I like them anyway. But I do really like Nash. I think he's super sweet, protective hero, toucher, and I'll kill you. Maybe not that, but like who did this to you or who hurt you, and I like that. He got her. No, he didn't. He did get her a dog. He got her a dog, and he was like a rescue. That was nice. I like that. We all know I do. And I thought it was cute. And I haven't finished it. I'm 80%. I'm like right at 80%. So hopefully I'll finish it today or tomorrow because it's getting long. But yeah, so far not a lot action wise has happened, and I feel like that's probably why I'm like, okay, come on, because I know it's gonna happen. Spoiler, like slight spoiler alert, but like if you haven't read her books before, you might not know, but if you have, you'll probably like, yeah, okay. So I'm waiting for that, and I think that's why I'm struggling to be more interested in it, because I know it's gonna happen and I'm like waiting for it. So yeah, but I am really enjoying it, and I'll keep y'all updated. I might end the vlog tomorrow if I finish this book. I don't know if you'll even see this because it's kind of short, hopefully, but also just like not a lot's happened in my reading or anything. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Okay, so it is now Friday, and I didn't tell y'all, but I finished Echoes of You on Wednesday, and like I said, I didn't update y'all because I honestly didn't have much to say on it that I feel like I didn't tell y'all earlier. I did really enjoy it. Once again, another 4-star read. I don't know, I feel like I know what I'm getting into when I read her books, Catherine Cowles' books, but at the same time I still really enjoy them. I really enjoyed Nash and Maddie's book. I thought they were really cute. I thought they were, like, I love their friendship and how it was a friends to lovers. Like, I felt like it was done really well. And I loved how protective Nash was. Like I said, or maybe I didn't, I don't remember, but the who did this to you trope is in here, and I think it was done really well, and I really loved them. And so yeah, I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Like I said, I don't really have much to say. I will say, maybe a slight spoiler, but I do really like that Catherine Cowles' books have the hero living with the heroine a lot of the times, like whether it be during the story, like during the main part of the story, or during the epilogues. I love that the male moves in with the heroine sometimes. It just makes me happy. I don't know, when I see that, I'm like, yes, yes. And we do see the other siblings in this book. I really enjoyed seeing Wren and Holt because I did enjoy them, and I'm very excited for Glimmers of You because I feel like that Hate to Love is going to be really good. I don't know if I mentioned it because my footage for Whispers of You got deleted, but Gray has diabetes, and so I'm interested to see how that plays into the book and how Catherine Cowles does that and kind of not deals with it, but like how she handles it. I'm excited, which sounds awful, but so yeah, I really enjoyed it. That's it for this reading vlog. I hope to start another one on Monday, but we'll see. I'm not really in a reading mood right now, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, that is it for this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope it was shorter than some of my other ones. And yeah, I will talk to y'all later.